Alright, hey everybody, Mestor here, again. Today I'm gonna show off my pickups from the last couple months. Obviously, a lot of this stuff I picked up before, in March, prior to the whole advent of this pandemic. But some stuff I've been getting online off of Mercari and Amazon in some cases since I since that time. Alright, so first, before I get into all my video game pickups, I'm gonna do some other pickups that I made. Okay, first up is the Films of Marlene Dietrich Compendium. She's one of my favorite actresses, and this book goes over all of her films. So I picked it up on Amazon, used for about $10. Alright, so next up I have some movie slash video CD pickups. One of my later thrifting trips to Salvation Army, I picked up this Patlabor video CD. It's an anime, giant mecha anime. I just figured, why might as well get it. I like giant robot anime. Okay, next up, I picked up Burn Up W, another anime. It's one that I watched when I was younger. It's alright. I picked it up at Book Off, so it was retail. It was like around $10. The next two were also Salvation Army pickups. This Batman vs. Dracula movie DVD that I haven't watched yet. But I generally pick up most of the superhero stuff if I find it. And then Pokemon Rise of Darkrai, which I also haven't watched. But, again, if I find anything Pokemon generally movie-wise, I'll pick it up in the thrift store. My last non-video game pickup for the last couple months is Blowing Wild with Barbara Stanwyck. One of her movies that I've yet to watch, but being that she's my favorite actress, I wanted it. Okay. So now on to the actual video games. I'll start off with my thrift store pickups, which were for my last few thrifting trips in March. One of them was Goodwill, and the other one was this other smaller thrift store out by where I grew up. Okay. So for starters, I guess I'll just show off the games. Okay. For the PS1, I found Jet Moto 2 Greatest Hits complete. I played the original Jet Moto. I liked it when I was younger, so I figured why not get the second one. Okay, next thrifted game, Sledstorm on the PS1 with no manual. I tried this one out. It's pretty good. I like the non-NASCAR style racing games. Next up, Triple Play 2001 on PS1. A sports game. I like old sports games. They're nostalgic for me. I played this one when I was younger. Most of them I played and then got rid of in GameStop trade, and if I find them for $2.99 in the thrift store, I'm not going to pass them up. Next, NFL Game Day 99 on PS1, complete. Next up is Tenpin Alley on PS1, complete. Next up, Triple Play 98 on PS1 complete. All the discs were in decent condition. Some of the cases were a little jacked up, like that I need to replace, but okay. Madden 2001. This game I originally had my senior year of high school, and I played this thing incessantly. So it's kind of cool to have this one back to me. And then NHL 2001 complete. And finally, the last of the thrifted PS1 sports games, although I do have one more PS1 game, the most jacked up of them, this NCAA Football 2000. So, it was good to get this game. Okay, my last PS1 thrifted game is Snowcross Championship Racing, another snowmobile racing game, which, again, I like these kind of games. Complete. Okay, my last 3 thrifted games are Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories on the PSP. This game is pretty fun. I tried it out. Unfortunately, no map or manual with this. Then, a game that I'm surprised I didn't have, Prince of Persia: Sands of Time on the PS2. I played Warrior Within. I never actually sat down and played this. I've heard it's a good game. It's also not complete. And finally, The Getaway for PS2 in a Hollywood video case. So, clearly not complete. But looked interesting. Okay. Next up, I will go to my Book Off pickups. Book Off is a retail store. You can find good deals there sometimes. There's one here in my home state. It's very common in Japan. It's mostly used goods, books, CDs, DVDs, games. So, but they also sell import games. So that's kind of cool. So I picked up 4 import PS1 games from there. These were mostly pretty cheap. I would say all of them were under $10 except for one. Okay. I picked up this game, which is called Densha Daigo. It's a train simulation game. It's a little hard to play not knowing Japanese, but I don't know. I was just curious what a train simulator game would be like. It's not that interesting. Next up, I picked up this Japanese baseball game for PS1 called Koshien 5. Again, I like old sports games, and to me it's interesting to play with Japanese teams. It's also complete. Next up is a game that was released in the US, but it was only $5.99 at Book Off as an import game. I picked up Wipeout XL on PS1, the Japanese version. I don't know. It's a cool futuristic racing game, and I really like these thick PS1 cases. They're kind of cool. They actually come with, you probably have seen an import PS1 game, but it comes with the spine card, the manual, and the game. Okay. Last up, from the import PS1 games, Initial D, which is a racing game based on a Japanese anime. I've watched an episode or 2 of the anime, but I don't know, it looked like a cool racing game. My last two Book Off pickups are PS2 games. They go together. They were around, I'm gonna say, $10 to $12 a piece when I picked them up. So not super thrift store price, but pretty good. I grabbed Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga 1. I think this one was slightly more than the other. Like this was maybe 12 and the other one was 10. It's complete. And secondly, Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga 2. Yet to play these, but I've been curious about this series for a while. Also complete. Okay, lastly is my pickups since the pandemic started have primarily been off Amazon, PlayAsia, and Mercari. So 2 Switch games I picked up. One off of PlayAsia. That was Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VIII Twin Pack for the Nintendo Switch, which is currently in my Switch as I'm replaying the original Final Fantasy VII before I move on to the remake on PS4. Okay, the second Switch game I picked up was a limited release super rare game, Wolverblade. I picked this up off Amazon. This was, the Final Fantasy game was full retail, $49.99. This was a little bit more, it was around $60. It looked really cool to me from the gameplay footage I saw, and it is a very good game, but it's very short. That's the only thing. I beat it super fast, but I still like the game. Okay. I picked up one game for Super Nintendo off of Mercari. I paid $40 for this, but I'm attempting to collect all of the Final Fantasy games complete, all of the Castlevania games complete, and all of the Fire Emblem games complete. This gets me one step closer to all the Final Fantasy games complete. I picked up Final Fantasy Mystic Quest for the Super Nintendo. It's complete in box. I paid about $40 for it, which is about what it goes for. It was an alright deal. The box is pretty nice though. I mean, there's some wear on it and a little crease right there, but otherwise it looks decent to me. Anyway, and just so you can see, comes with the cartridge in nice condition in its tray. The manual and the map, which the seller put in these nice plastic baggies, so I was happy about that. Gotta slide it into a box protector to keep the box as nice as it is. Okay. Next up, I picked up a lot of PS2 games off of Mercari. All told, they cost about $60. There's 11 games. Okay, I'll start off with the games that I acquired that are doubles for me. Okay, first up, I got Twisted Metal Black on PS2. I already have this game, and this one is not complete. It's missing the manual. But that'll go in my trade sell pile. Second game in the lot that I already had, Final Fantasy XII on PS2. I actually own this version and the collector's edition version. The case on this one is a little messed up. It looks like maybe water got to it or something. But it is complete. with a waterlogged manual. The disc is alright though. Okay, next up, of the games that I had, Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition, Greatest Hits. I have it complete. This one is not complete. Okay. The next game, Ace Combat 4 Shattered Skies on PS2. Also, already have this game. It's complete in pretty nice condition. Okay. And the last game that I picked up in the lot that I already had was Mortal Kombat Deception, which I've played. It's, you know, a decent Mortal Kombat game. I'm not as in love with Mortal Kombat as I used to be, but still like them. This was complete. Now, the rest of the games I'm adding to my collection. First up is Samurai Warriors Extreme Legends. I like the Dynasty Warriors style games. They're pretty good. The case is a little broken, but it has both discs, so that was nice. Next up is an oddity. It's Prince of Persia: The Two Thrones, which I have already. This is the PAL version. That's mainly the reason why I'm keeping it. It doesn't make it any more valuable or better. It just means that I can't even play this version. However, it is complete. Okay. Next up, I got Extreme G Racing, which is another futuristic racing game. I don't know. It looks pretty cool to me. I'll give it a try. It's also complete. Okay, next up is The Legacy of Kain Defiance. This is how I received these games. Apparently they swapped this with the PAL game because the blue case is PAL, but this is not a PAL game. It's just in the PAL case. I've played one of these games before. They're interesting. It's complete. Okay. And then the last two games are the whole reason why I bought the lot. The first one is Raiden 3. I'm trying to collect, I'm getting into shooters, so I'm trying to collect the old ones if I can. I played this last night. It's fun. I like it. So the disc, it's complete, but the disc is currently in my PS3 because I'm playing it. But you see the manual. And last up, as part of my Castlevania Complete in Box collection, I picked up Castlevania Curse of Darkness on PS2. I like the Castlevania games, clearly. And it's complete with disc and manual. Alright, and that's all for now. I mean, in current times, obviously, thrifting is not an option, nor going to retail stores, so if I do pick up any more games, it will be offline, but we'll see how that goes. Alright, have a good night, guys.